respected faculty members, and my dear engineering friends. I stand before you today to share a story of how small decisions I made in my life magically led to great outcomes. I come from Chennai, a city known for its ancient temples, filter coffees, and producing lots and lots of chess grandmasters. It is a hometown for our 5-time world champion, Vishwanathan Anand. And here I started as a kid who started playing chess at a veteran age of 9. Yes, you heard me right, veteran, because nowadays kids start playing chess even before they can spell chess. Now many of you may be thinking that starting late at a sport means you are at a big disadvantage. But let me tell you how butterfly effect played its role in my life. In start of my career, I used to spend 5 to 6 hours a day training the game. I was very disciplined and was putting a lot of hard work. In spite of those hard work, I never had any standout achievement, even in district level. But thanks to my coach, he told me a very important secret. He said, Akash, you need to focus on the process, not on the results. That day I made a small decision to follow his words. Everything went on. One day, when I turned 13, out of nowhere, my chess career skyrocketed. I had an opportunity to represent my district, Chennai, in an under 25 state championship, which was almost twice my age. Guess what? I ended up winning the tournament in a dominating manner. And within next 3 years, I broke the national record of becoming the youngest chess grandmaster. At this point, many of you may be thinking, so I have figured my career out. But that's the twist to the story. Like many of you sitting here, I decided to do a crazy thing. I decided to join engineering college. Because taking up sports career back then was practically a joke. I joined College of Engineering India. It's one of the top institutions in my state. And the first year, I dedicated all my attention to studies and even got good grades. But then, when I entered the 3rd semester, chess came back knocking again. I got selected to represent India in the World Junior Chess Championship. It was like a childhood friend who calls you right before your exams and asks, let's meet up. You can't say no to him. So I flew to Russia, participated in the event, and played the best chess of my life in the tournament. And I finished 4th in the world. So the whole event I was in cloud 9. But of course there is a catch because I have to come back and give my 3rd semester exams. I flew back to India, gave my semester exams, and successfully secured 4 backlogs. Yes, I failed in 4 subjects. And it was the first time I'm failing in a subject for that matter. And it was downright terrifying. In that moment, it was very hard for me. Because the last month I was playing best chess of my life, and now I have 4 allies with me. First time in my life I felt directionless. In that moment, I had a lot of thoughts going on in my mind. I wanted to take some drastic decisions like I want to quit engineering and just continue with chess, or do what my professors were saying like go after engineering and quit chess. These thoughts kept on bothering me. After a few days when I came back to senses, then I realized I need to take a decision. Hence, once again, I took a small decision that I will do both successfully, but one at a time. So the next 2 years, I focused all my attention to my engineering degree and completed it successfully. In 2018, I passed out from engineering. Once I completed my engineering, I shifted all my focus to chess. It was really hard because I was starting from scratch, and 4 years of engineering has given me a big break. But still, I persisted. I focused on marginal improvements, not big things, but very small things. I break down my goals, and I was focusing on small things. But these small things accumulated with my lot of sacrifices and hard work, and in the end, after 2 years, I was able to become the 66th Chess Grandmaster of India. So friends, now I would like to share 3 life lessons that I learned from my 18 years of chess playing journey. That not only applies to chess, but also applies to life. And trust me, it also applies to engineering as well. Yeah, these are the 3 things. The first one is having initiative mindset. The second one is mastering the art of decision making. And third one is set micro plans for big goals. Let's talk a little bit about each one of them. First one is having the initiative mindset. I realized this unknowingly when I was in 16 years. In 2012, I had the opportunity to participate in the National Senior Championship. I was seated 29th, and there were no expectations on me to win anything. But against all odds, I was able to win the championship. So many factors contributed to my success, but one key element I could differentiate is definitely having the initiative mindset. From just move number 1, I was always on the search for opportunities. How and when can I create problems for my opponent and make use of it to win the game. One such defining moment is in the penalty make round, where I was paired up against the tournament leader and experienced grandmaster. I was playing white pieces, and in the initial I had the same mindset and I immediately went for an aggressive attack. My opponent, being a well-experienced grandmaster, he was able to defend easily and he even got a good advantage out of the opening. The game was slowly drifting away from me and I was feeling that. But in the middle game, he made a slightly inaccurate move which helped me to get back to the game, even though he still had the advantage. My opponent, sensing this, he became a bit upset and offered me a draw. In this case, if I accept the draw, the game will end in half of points to each, which is quite safe for both of us, because even if I make a draw, I would have ended in a good finish. But then, me having that mindset, I wanted to play for a win. I just declined the draw, even though my position was really bad. So I didn't think about any consequences over that, I just refused the draw. And my opponent was really shocked about my decision. And immediately, the very next move, he made a big blunder and he lost the game. So friends, having initiative mindset doesn't just apply to chess, but also applies to our life. If we are waiting for the perfect moment, we will miss out on a lot of opportunities. We have to be proactive and try to grab those opportunities to make some successful outcomes. Let's move on to the second one, mastering the art of decision making. After my engineering, I had two paths in front of me. The first one was going after the IT job or doing masters in abroad, or the second one, pursuing my passion of becoming a grandmaster. My friends' families all inclined towards the first path because it has a predictable milestones and very few risks. Whereas if I go and pursue my passion, there is no guarantee that I will even become a grandmaster. At this tough time, what made me choose my passion is basically what I decided on my third semester. So the only reason I did complete my engineering is I needed a backup. So when I go after my passion, even if I fail to become a grandmaster, I will know I will come back to the IT job. But if I go after the IT job, I can never come back. So this one thing helped me to choose my passion. So this is very important. You can see, in this you can sacrifice in short term for long term gains. Similarly in life, you can take the risk and expect a great outcome. Mastering the art of decision is knowing when to take those risks, and when you take the risk, you have to trust yourself completely. Let's move on to the next one. Set micro plans for big goals. As you see, like I decided to pursue my passion, but seeing the grandmaster title is very intimidating. So I divided it into small micro plans. So these are the 6 things I wrote in my notebook when I decided to take up this goal. Single focus on chess. I basically removed all my distractions. I had no social media. I was using phone like a basic set. I didn't attend any family functions or parties with my friends those 2 years. The reason is simple. I just wanted to devote more time to chess. Second one is finding a good mentor. After 4 years of engineering, starting from scratch is really hard. So I needed an experienced person who can objectively tell my strengths and weaknesses. And believe me, if you can find a good mentor for yourself, you will save a lot of time in your career. Third one is mastering physical and mental endurance. Many of you may have seen Magnus Carlsen, Gukesh playing long classical games. Basically, it's like running a marathon with your brain. So you spend 5 to 6 hours in a game and it can go up to weeks. So the first thing I added in my daily routine was having meditation and physical fitness. The next 2 points, like breaking down rating goals and breaking grandmaster norms. It is a chess requirement. In chess, to become a grandmaster, you need to touch 2500 rating. And I split it into 2400, 2450, so that it is quite easy for me to achieve. And the next requirement is the grandmaster norms, and you will require 3 grandmaster norms to become a grandmaster. And I need to plan accordingly because in India there are very few tournaments. I need to plan abroad events. So this was also important for me. And the last one is not only for sports persons but everyone, how to handle failures. If you have a structured path, and even if you fail, you can always give a strong comeback. In my career, the first 6 months when I started back again was very smooth actually. I was making a very good progress. I reached rating of 2450. But the next 6 months went completely downhill.